Hi, hello, and welcome back to another 10-minute sketch challenge video. And like I mentioned in the other videos, you can feel free to join me. I will have the timer on screen as well as the reference, and maybe try to do this challenge with me. You can also show me on Instagram, we can share it with each other, and I'm honestly always curious to see what you're doing on the side. And yeah, let's struggle together a little bit with this little challenge. So, as you might have seen already, where I was like flipping through my sketchbook and also on the left side of the screen, I tried doing this many times. Felix is the only one where I genuinely was like, this is not working. I don't want to upload this like that. This is such a disappointment. I know I can do it better. So I did it several times. So I'm sorry. This might not be like, I don't know if this is cheating because I'm still doing it within the 10 minutes, but obviously I already got a little used to drawing his face at that point. But it's really weird for me because usually I start sketching Felix and it works so well for me. Like, I don't know, I did so many sketches, especially digitally, and it just works out well. And you can see it's him in some way, I hope. If I could say so myself at least. I don't know how it's for others, but I can see, okay, it's kind of looking like him. But with this one, I don't know why, but especially with the first sketch, it didn't look like him at all. It looked like, I don't know, a very generative, I don't know, I would say almost BL character. Maybe it's because I've been influenced by the Danmei gods. I don't know why. Maybe that just kind of happened today because I've been reading too much. So maybe that happened. I don't know, but I also took notes on that side. I think I mentioned this in the video with Chan, that if you really struggle doing that, and if it didn't turn out so well, you can always look at the sketch and figure out what parts just didn't work, like what makes it not look like him, and kind of compare the sketch to the reference and see where you see the differences. So that's what I did the first time. And I especially noted the nose. I made the nose way too long. I made his jawline way too sharp and too wide, thick, I don't know, but it just didn't look like him. He has I struggle especially with his cheekbones, so I'm used to that. So I was very scared of drawing his cheekbones. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I always have to draw them 5 times until I get them right. Everything else usually works. His cheekbones made me struggle. I don't know why, but I think just the general, as soon as I drew the nose, it just went downhill. So I noted all that and thought, okay, I'm gonna try again. And I did. And then he just looked too childlike because I tried to shrink his face and I was too focused on that, I think. So this time I just relaxed and I thought, you know what? I know the timer is there. I'm just gonna take my time. I'm gonna use a different reference because I used a different one before, and just to freshen up my headspace, I guess. And it worked so much better. I felt like I'm drawing Felix like I drew Felix all the time again. I don't know what happened with these two. I also got some news that day. Maybe my brain was just too focused on that and very distracted. I actually think that was the case. But I got huge news that day and I couldn't really concentrate. So maybe it's that. I don't know. But yeah, you're gonna see those sketches. I mean, you could have looked at them when I was flipping through, but I did that very quick because I didn't want to waste too much time on those sketches. And you're gonna see those when I flip through the sketchbook, and you're gonna see what I mean, in my sketchbook tour that I'm gonna do once the sketchbook is done. And you're gonna see what I mean. It doesn't look like Felix at all, and I was so confused. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun. I really wanted to draw the Met Gala looks. I think I said that already in the video with Chan. I just really wanted to draw it, especially Felix with the long hair. I felt like this is my chance. I need to draw him with that hair. And yeah, it was so much fun just having these flowy lines, and I don't know, I need to draw him in long hair all the time. He just has long hair for me all the time. I don't know, blonde long hair. I think that's like that for many stays, that it's just, he's just blonde, like naturally blonde for everyone now. But it just fits him so well. He looks like a little elf. I love it. And yeah, just since Thunderous, his hairstyle for me, when I think of him, is just long blonde hair. And we can stay here forever. I can talk about that forever. But yeah, I still can see a few things I did differently from what I usually do with his face. Especially with the nose. I feel like I didn't do his nose justice. Like, I just drew a very generic nose at this point, maybe because I was scared. I just didn't want to do it wrong anymore. I was like, I'm just gonna draw a pretty nose and call it a day. But usually I like try to mimic the shape of his nose a little more because it's so cute and it's this little button nose. So I try to simulate that more. And if you look at my usual sketches that I did of Felix, I pay a lot of attention to that, and I always want to do that. But here, just the timer and me just being frozen in fear, I think, at this point. I tried so many times. So I was just scared. But yeah, I don't know. It still doesn't look a lot like him, but I did a better job than with the other ones. I think it's kind of visible that it's him. And I'm not even gonna complain anymore because it's a 10-minute sketch, right? So, like, usually I take a lot more time with looking at all his features and trying to simulate that. So obviously it's gonna be a little bit more rough and more generalized. Not generalized, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you try to do what you can in those few minutes. Also, if I look at this now, my drawing, like the way I draw hair here is very chunky. I don't know why. It's usually, like, if you watch my other videos, I try to do these really flowy lines just from my wrist, and now I see I'm mainly working with my fingers, which makes them very chunky, and like the tips don't look that flowy. So yeah, that it's those things where you can do it better usually, but at the same time it's a 10-minute challenge. Look, I have 2 minutes left. I was panicked because for some reason I like to torture myself and still add line art, because I feel for myself that it makes it look more cleaner, and I feel like I can do some last magic with just drawing better line art and adding more details through that. I don't know why. But yeah, in general, the hair was a lot of fun, even though it is a little chunky. I know I can do it better, but anyway, I'm not gonna get into that too much. But it was a lot of fun. I think he has a braid on the side, so I tried to do that. That was a lot of fun. I didn't do that with the other sketches, so that was a moment where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna add the braid, and I love that. They need to do that more often. I love seeing characters or like people with long hair and then the braids that go to the back. I love it. Please, I want to do this with my hair all the time, but my arm strength says no. I just can't do it anymore. I used to do it all the time in high school, and now I don't. Anyway, this is off topic, but yeah, it just reminded me of that. Maybe I should do that again. Anyway, yeah, you can see that, I don't know, the line art is so unnecessary for this one. I don't know why I did that. I feel like I made the hair even more chunky. I don't know. But anyway, it's only 25 seconds left. So if you're also drawing, you need to hurry up. We're panicking now. This is the time to panic. Do your last lines and yeah, it's done. It's done basically. 10 seconds and you have to put that pen away. Obviously you can keep drawing. Like this should just be like a little starting practice. If you want to keep drawing, but like if you want to keep it as a like 10-minute challenge only, you have to lift the pencil up now because the time is up now. But yeah, obviously I didn't finish the line art, but well, at least I did some details, I guess. But yeah, I hope it works as a little starting practice if you like want to start drawing, want to get into the motivation. It does help me usually, so yeah, I see this as a little starter of the day, maybe. So yeah, that's it. That's the drawing. I'm glad it turned out better than the last ones. And yeah, I don't have much more to say. The videos, I don't have more footage. So yeah, see you in the next video and take care of yourself. And let's see how the next one turns out. Bye bye.